It's Biscuit, Mr. I beat the dude that beat you. Nice to meet you. What are we talking about? Listen, a friend asked me, listen, Biscuit, should Donald Trump denounce white supremacy? My answer is no, for a couple of reasons. Don't at me. Listen, hear me out. Reason number one why Donald Trump should not denounce white supremacy. One is because it's clear that he does not want to. He doesn't want to denounce him. I don't have to be lied to in order to sleep at night. That's first. Number two, Donald Trump has become such a polarizing figure in this country that his answer on white supremacy doesn't do anything to sway anyone left or right any direction. Ask yourself this question. What does Donald Trump's response on white supremacy do to you? Does it change how you're going to vote? That's how polarizing a figure Donald Trump has become. If he came out tomorrow and said, you know what, I fully embrace white supremacy. If he said, I fully embrace it, right? The people who are anti-Trump would say, you know what, I knew it, right? He didn't add any information. He just affirmed what you already believed and refused to stop believing no matter what. If you're on the right and he said that, you probably go on defending him. You think that if you're on the left, do you think that Donald Trump admitting he's a racist would finally be the straw that broke the camel's back and cause his blind supporters to wake up to the fact that they're in love with a narcissist? What exactly are we talking about? Don't at me. All right? Is Donald Trump a racist? The problem is not racism, it's narcissism. That's who we're dealing with. Remember what Dave Chappelle said, the wise philosopher of our generation. He said, you idiots, Donald Trump is fighting for me. Donald Trump may seem like he's a racist because he's so against the poor. Blacks represent 12% of the United States and yet represent less than 1% of the wealth in the country. 12% of the population, less than 1% of the wealth in the country. That's the reason it seems like Trump is racist, because his policies are anti-poor people, and we represent a lot of that pie. But Donald Trump does not like poor whites either. Let's get it clear. All right? Let's get it clear. So no, I don't think it would do anything for anyone for Donald Trump to either come out against or for white supremacy. I'm going to leave you with a quote from a journalist named H.L. Mencken. He said, the principal goal of politics is to agitate the populace by menacing it with a series of hobgoblins, none of which actually exist. I'm going to repeat that. H.L. Mencken said, the principal goal of politics is to agitate the populace by menacing it with a perpetual series of hobgoblins, all of which are imaginary. One of those imaginary hobgoblins is the racism of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a racist. That's put out there by the media. Why does that grab our attention so easily? As if we're willing to budge on that, regardless of what Donald Trump says or does. It's because we have 1960-style riots in the streets. We have Depression-style joblessness, where 50% of the jobless today can't even afford food by certain metrics. Right? We don't want to admit that what we're dealing with right now is a class war, because that gets us back to the fact that we need one another, blacks and whites and Latinos and Native Americans, that we're all going through this same elitist oppression. It's top to bottom. It's not one skin color against another one. There is no race war perpetuating. Are you kidding me? We're not on the verge of a race war. If you saw how many people were marching for George Floyd, you understand that that giant group would win. There's not enough racists. There's not enough militant racists. Remember, racism is an emotional commitment to ignorance. Shout out to Jane Elliott. There isn't enough militant racists in this country. The reason I think that the blacks would win the race war is because we would have so many whites on our side. What exactly are we talking about? It's Biscuit, Mr. I beat the dude that beat you. Nice to meet you. Just wanted to get that one out of the way. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening to my stream of consciousness. You know, be sure to leave a comment. Shout out. Holla at you.